Coming to you live from a Great Start Shooting School. Just some bunny here today. So, anyway, hey everybody, welcome to Suicide Prevention Saturday. And no, we're not doing video today. Just got back from the beach. I am sun-kissed and tired, and I'm holding my phone ever so gingerly as to hope that the charging thing actually keeps working because it kind of doesn't want to. So anyway, just little bunny right there is much better than what the Blair Witch Project would probably be should you have video this evening. So your lack of seasickness, I'm sure you will appreciate. Anyway, welcome to Suicide Prevention Saturday. Why are we here? For the same reason we're here every Saturday since 2018, because 2 out of every 3 gun deaths we hear about are suicides. And because of that, if we talk about suicide prevention as well as mental health, not only can we help save the lives that are lost by firearm, but we can also help reduce violence. And that's why all you lovely fine people pop in here. And welcome for those of you who are here live and in person on this Saturday evening, 9 p.m. Eastern. And for those catching the replay, thanks for popping in and saying hi. I do appreciate the comments when y'all let me know you do get the replay. Because, I miss you guys when you're not here live and in person. All right, so we are on the phone, which means I'm going to do my darndest not to touch the phone. Because it seems like when I use StreamYard on the phone, I'm very likely to actually drop you guys or close the thing or magically disappear, just like the bunnies in our yard. Which the picture that's up here right now is actually a bunny that was in our yard at some point in the past that I got a picture of. So, tonight, what are we talking about? Mental health. What does that mean? Holy smokes, that could mean anything and everything. So, it is birthday weekend. For those of you who don't know, my daughter and I have the birthday weekend, which is usually birthday week, but we took our vacation earlier this year. So, 17th is Nadia's, 18th tomorrow is mine. And so we have at least birthday weekend this week. And today we got to go play in the ocean and fight the waves because some of it was definitely a fight. And we got to spend time together today as a family. Go to one of Nadia's favorite places for noodle soup. And these are hopefully all mental health things that are good for you. I know DJ has great, I don't know, DJ, what is the correct word? He is jealous, I think, is the word, that since he is landlocked of our ocean going abilities here in Connecticut.
True. Absolutely true. Nebraska definitely is the land of no coast. Yeah. Missouri River doesn't cut it.
Well, water is a good thing. Rivers, brooks, oceans, lakes, all those things.
Well, we may have water everywhere, but we don't have a drop to surf is the thing.
Oh, dude. And the waves were insane. The undertow was like scary, sort of, oh my gosh, take your breath away, scary. So I got yelled at by a lifeguard because I went too far out and almost got swept away. It was very distressing. So, but the rest of the beach time was lovely. We had like 5-foot waves here, which normally it's like 1 or 2. So it was good. So the whole family was here. And so my husband, myself, my son, and my daughter, we got to frolic in the waves. And hopefully all of you know how much fun it is to spend time with family that you love. Because we, of course, all have those family members who maybe we're not wanting to spend lots of time with. But DJ, I know you get to spend time with your mom at least once a week or so, or do you just chat with her on a regular basis?
Well, if we do the Tuesday, Thursday evening calls, she always says, I might option into calling you sometime during the weekend. And she sometimes does. And I suppose I see her about once a week almost, 3 times a month. I'll say cuts it.
Gotcha. So family is good, spending time with family. So that is all part of mental health and celebrating stuff like birthdays, right? So I am curious because it is our birthday weekend. I want to ask you guys in the chat, what are some of the cool or fun things that you guys do as a birthday celebration? So DJ, since you're live and you can actually answer me in real time, what's something you like to do for your birthday or your mom's birthday?
Well, mom's already been mentioned. Now that's twice. So I'll include what I do with my mom for my birthday. My birthday rests in between Christmas and New Year's. And that's
Oh,
a
you
busy
poor
time of
thing.
year. Yeah, well, everybody's probably heard me complain about it. And I try not to complain too loudly. But one of the things that gets done every year is a birthday lunch celebration with my mom. One of the
Gotcha.
traditions is that she bakes me a chocolate cake that is her mother-in-law's recipe, and my grandma's been gone for a long time. I don't know if I ever really had chocolate cake from her, but I have the recipe that I've seen on the counter laid out in my grandmother's handwriting, and mom produces one of those cakes, and it doesn't matter where we go, and we will almost always dine out. She'll call the restaurant to make sure that she may bring in a birthday cake, and wants to know if she can do the slicing at the table.
Yeah.
And so that's what we do. Let's see, this last year, we went to Red Lobster. That was like a concession. She knows that I like seafood, and if it's seafood, she knows that Red Lobster exists. So that's where we went. Now, one of the things that's kind of a tradition that I really like to do on those specific occasions is I like to cut up parts of that cake, slice, here you go, to the server, slice, here you go, to another server. This year it happened to be there was another birthday party that was celebrating a birthday, and there were like 20 plus people at that gathering of tables. And I divided the rest of the cake after my slice, mom's slice, and a slice that goes home with her for later. I cut up the rest of the cake and gave it to somebody else celebrating their birthday. I get to give out that cake, and people have to suffer through. It's usually a pretty brief explanation. It's certainly briefer than the one I just gave you about the tradition of this birthday cake, where it comes from, and that my
Gotcha.
grandmother's name was Elnora Brown. So that little piece of me and a piece of that cake comes from my family and goes somewhere else. And I
Gotcha.
really like that. I really like that way that we celebrate. Otherwise, I don't really have anything specific that I do for my birthday. I like it when I get calls or messages of some sort.
Yeah.
Almost nobody sends USPS first class mail. The greeting cards come hand delivered from my mom, and I think she's the only one I've gotten one from in some time.
Gotcha.
So more of the adult versions of this, at least, are a lot more spare than the kind of things I used to try to have when I was a kid. But I do hope that someday, before this walk is over, that I get to celebrate an honest to God birthday party in between that Christmas and that New Year's. And I'd love to have everybody over. So that's what I got for my traditions.
Gotcha.
And because I was sitting back with my arms crossed thinking about these things, I wasn't even looking at the text chat. So I'm going to look for examples that others may have shared out there. And I can also give you a roll call. So that's where I'm going to go now. Krabby Turtle was the first one in the room. Sorry, fan 93 saying, what's up? Chasing Ghost saying, hello, Garage Guy 879. Hey, man, Pat in the Bunker just coming hot off his own live. Hillbilly Up. He's got a live coming up after this one. Let's see who else came in here. Ooh, Gunpowder Beauty, been such a long time since I have seen her, and I'm so glad to see her. She says, I'm on the wrong screen. She says, hey, you all, hope everyone is having a great weekend. I am. Let's see, who else we get as I scroll down. Gun Websites is out there.
And I do love Gunpowder Beauty's builds lately. I just love things that she does that are sparkly and pretty. I should do that for my birthday, is go get a sparkly gun.
And I'm going to bring this up from Gunpowder Beauty. She says, I want to start a tradition where I disappear the day before my birthday and come home on my birthday, and the laundry is done, dishes are clean, and no one is fighting, or she gets an actual unicorn. So, I think all those things done in that way is a unicorn event for sure, especially for a busy mom. Yeah.
It is true. It is true. Yes, I do have my fantasies. It's like this past year, actually, not for my birthday, but for Mother's Day, I did leave very heavy hints. I'm like, I just want y'all to clean the kitchen and get the laundry done. That was for sure what I was looking for birthday. And I mean, Mother's Day. And I kind of did get that one. As for birthday, the other thing we used to do on a regular basis was my grandfather loved betting on the ponies. And so Saratoga Springs is not that far away from us. And also Burlington, there was a place, Great Burlington in Massachusetts, and we would go to the fair, and the fair would have horse racing. And so every August we'd go to the Burlington Fair as Great Barrington, not Burlington, Great Barrington. And then in the August time frame when our birthdays all were, because there's many, many birthdays in the month of August, we would always go to Saratoga Springs and watch nine horse races. And then on the way home, we would have a big fancy dinner. And so that was sort of a tradition in our household. My grandfather died in like 1984, maybe 85, somewhere in there. And we did keep up the tradition of going to the horse races for a fair amount of time. And, into the 2000s at least. But that was one of our traditions. Now it's like tomorrow, I'm looking forward to having Fudgy the Whale. And for those of you who don't have Carvel, it's just basically if you could make a hot fudge sundae into a cake, that is essentially what that is. So that is what I get to look forward to tomorrow.
I've seen pictures. I've seen pictures of
Fudgy the Whale?
fudgy cake. Yep, absolutely. I didn't know what it was you were even saying the first time I heard it. It's like kind of mashing together in my ears. It finally got straightened out. It does look. Not only does it look delightful, but it looks delicious as well. And I'm not a dessert guy, so that's attractive.
Yeah. If you like hot fudge sundaes, you will like this. So, all right, mental health, birthdays, celebrations, family, all of these things. What? Everything is small. Vintage ATC.
Oh, you're suffering from DJ something. I don't know how I want to say DJ-itisology or whatever. You're working on a phone. Now you know my pain.
I am.
Pat the Booker saying he gets to ride vintage ATCs. So he does dig his three-wheelers. There's content about those if you're into him as well on his channel. Hillbilly Up, he's throwing some humor our way. Says, I wear my birthday suit every year on my birthday. I hope he doesn't go out and walk around kind of deal. Like go to the grocery store. It's my birthday. And we did hear from Gunpowder Beauty out there. Go ahead.
Mrs. Hillbilly might want to watch him walk around in his birthday suit. One never knows.
Now, chasing ghosts, I can relate to some of the things here, and I hope by the time I'm done with this, or at least by the end of this cast, that we can get that frown, turned the right way around. She says, I don't even get a call from my mother, and my wife always forgets, except for a few happy birthdays online. It's just another work day, and no one cares. I've had that feeling, and mine is more a time of year kind of thing, so I get to lay it off on people being busy for the holidays. But there's something that I can relate to in what she says there. It's important to almost everybody to have at least their birthday honored or remembered or reminded that somebody else knows what it is that's important about that day. And so I'm going to have to ask her, Chasing Ghost, when her birthday is and try to increase the contact she gets on that day. And I hope that maybe perhaps your wife will begin to remember. Do you put Post-it notes anywhere that she likes to go? Like bathroom door, refrigerator, window of her car, steering wheel.
So here's the other solution to that, though, too, is like here in this family, we've always believed in like birthday week or birthday month, because having just a single day is too specific. And like you said, DJ, people can be just too busy and that sort of thing. So we definitely prefer birthday week. We think that is also a great way to not worry about, oh, they forgot this day. But wait, no, there's something else that happens later on that day or earlier that week or something along those lines. Because my sister-in-law had her birthday on Tuesday, I think it was. And we sent her flowers today. So, it's also to have that grace and realize that, yes, people get busy and time is such a crazy phenomenon that changes all the time as far as how busy we are, how quickly it goes, how bored we are, how slow it goes. I'm sure you've experienced time dilation before. I know I'm not the only one. So, yes, we definitely believe in birthday week. So, DJ, in other words, you could have it from Christmas to New Year's is your birthday, and it's not just a day. So, there's that.
And what I was thinking just now, pardon me, is it the celebration or is it the day? Like, which is more important? I ask myself that question, which is more important, the celebration or the day? It's the celebration, at least for me it is. And I didn't include this detail, but that visit out to Red Lobster with my mom, the cake cut up and all that jazz, that happened in February on the date of my birthday kind of thing. So sometimes we'll stretch it, we never go early, but January, February, March, we've gotten to the middle of the year, 1 year at least, where it is about the celebration. I look forward to it all the time leading up to it, sort of thing. But we're independent adults. We have our own worlds, our own lives, our own distractions and peculiarities. And so we like to ride loose on what day those things actually come. Now, I'm not saying that my mom disrespects me by doing that because it's mutually assented, but I make sure that I give her the call on her birthday. And I was one of those kids that didn't always remember my mom's birthday, but I also didn't have a dad who made sure that we went to a store and bought her something. So I have some years that, of course, she's forgiven me, but I have memories of some really like severe embarrassment and not honoring my mom on that day. So I double down on Mother's Day. I always remember to get something going for her birthday and try to make sure that other people that I bump into, if I know their birthdays, I'll let them know that I'm thinking of them. And Chasing Ghost, you're next. I see I'm out there looking for more stuff, and I need to welcome Michael Dunn has joined the conversation out there. Let's see. And Michael, he adds this. He says, "Shh, I'm hunting rabbit." Laugh out loud. He's saying hello to everybody.
Yes, no hunting my rabbit. I mean, we want the bunny to live through the evening because, we're not done yet. But yeah, so birthday week is great. Also, just like you just talked about, we actually did just have my mom's 75th birthday celebration on July 24th. Her birthday is January 5th. So yeah, the celebration could definitely mean more and, be when you get to actually celebrate things. So, in talking about celebrations, let's talk about what was the last thing you gave yourself a pat on the back for? Since Pat in the bunker is here, we should make Pat tell us when he gave himself a pat on the back since he is Pat. But I just couldn't resist. Sorry, DJ. I apologize. But I don't apologize to Pat, though, because I think that's fun. So, but anyway, celebrations with family, whether it is for Mother's Day, Father's Day, Friend Day, because if y'all look up any calendar anywhere, there are like 5 million national days of things. Because my marketing guy actually just told me that in September, I don't know without messing with my phone, which I don't want to do because I'll lose you guys, is that I think it's like September 10th is National Firearm Suicide Awareness Day or something along those lines. So there's always something to celebrate. And even if it is something as simple as doing your live broadcasts such as this one. I know that Pat in the bunker was doing his just before we got on, like DJ said at the beginning. I know Hillbilly's got a bunch of folks coming on at the top of the next hour. And goodness knows what they're going to do tonight because it's going to be hard following up from last weekend and all of the hard seltzer drinking and the milk duds and the giveaways and everything else. But I have faith it's still going to be an awesome show. And yeah, it was lovely watching poor Bubba drink hard seltzer with malted milk balls. So there's that. All right, DJ.
Yes.
What else you got? Anything else? I mean, I know we got Tactical FUD in here. And
Oh yeah,
you
Buck.
just had
I
said,
added him to the list, and Justin Grimm now hitting the room. So Jay Grimm also in the room. I mean, not much to add to that. I don't have other people's birthdays that I try to honor any more than any other. So if I do remember them, and pats on the back, I think a lot of us have difficulty in accepting compliments from others, let alone issuing them to ourselves.
yes.
And almost everyone has that ego voice in them that's just like, you're doing a good job. Or sometimes with me, it's, they're not recognizing that I'm doing a good job. But then as soon as I'm complimented for the self same thing, I don't want to hear it or I shy away from it sort of thing. Yeah, I don't dig on compliments that much. And
Right.
people tend not to dig me when I think that I'm doing a great job. It's humility and I are constantly at odds, let's say.
Well, it's hard, right? Because I mean, I was always afraid of being confident in myself because I did not want to come off as um, cocky or anything along those lines. But there is a difference of confidence and pride of what you've accomplished versus cockiness. So there is that. And just because we're happy with something that we did, we can just do a good job, look at it and say, huh, good job, and continue on. And I think that we make it so much harder than that, or I know I do. So it sounds like you do as well.
Mm.
So I'm just looking. I did. I went through the comments like you said I wouldn't, or you told me that I would. And I'm like, oh, chasing ghosts is only 45 minutes from the ocean, or sorry, the Gulf. I don't know that it's still an ocean, even if it's a Gulf.
It's related,
But
right?
yeah, it's water. It's salty.
I never did
That's
understand, except that the Gulf was the actual physical feature, what its name was, kind of thing. I didn't get it when I was a little kid. Why is this not called the Atlantic? Isn't it the Atlantic? Like imagine
right.
some arbitrary border somewhere where the water changes temperature or something. Huh?
Yeah. Well, let's see. Can I do this without hanging up? I did it. I did it. I'm so excited. All right. Well, Hillbilly's gonna just sing Kumbaya tonight on his show. So if anything else, you should just, I can't imagine listening to all you guys sing, but that might be entertaining. And
Oh, Miss Cheney.
yes, sir.
Um, did I not in the pre-show in the green room say, "Oh yeah, so you say you're going to do that? I'm not touching any buttons, la 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 la." And I think I said to you, "Yeah, your pattern is to say you're not going to do it, try not to do it, read a few, and then you do it." So I'm glad you didn't hang up, go away, or end stream kind of thing with that one. And yes, you did it from your phone. It's like there you go.
I
Give yourself a pat on the back. You just did a manipulation on the phone and you didn't need to be quite as worried as you might have been. So good job.
baby steps, because I know I have you to catch me, and you would still be here even if I did leave. So that's always good.
All
So,
right.
but yeah, I see Abigail is out there as well, and she had some mad builds done lately. Um, so anyway, 1 year for my birthday, I got Rent and Fire. What?
No, a
What?
240 and an M60. Sorry, fan. Can we celebrate together next year? Where'd you do this? Oh man, I want the details. That would be a great way to do it. I would love to do that. Coming into the room right now, Misty, Mrs. Wayne. How's she doing?
Well, I have to see, since Michael Dunn said it, I have to say, yes, I'm getting tech savvy almost, but not really. I can sort of hit things without hanging up on the phone, but I'm not about to make any comments other than out loud. Oh, and towards the end, G23 decides to join us. Nice of you to join us. G23 still has one of my favorite um, stories, just because, if you didn't watch the interview, go back and watch it, because I think it's pretty crazy. Not that G23 is crazy, although all of us feel as though we're crazy in some way, shape, or form. But with that, we are getting down to the bottom of the half hour, and y'all know I don't like being here crazy long. So, to sum up, celebrate stuff. It doesn't have to just be a birthday. Oh yeah, G23 says we can have the party now. Celebrate your family, your friends. Take the trips to the beach if you can, regardless of whether it's the beach of a lake, a river, or an ocean. Water is always fun to play in. And that is that's what I got for tonight. And I'm losing my voice, DJ. So with that, I'm going to let you do the normal thing that you do as far as saying goodnight to everybody. This time as planned, not let me go on and on as if we're still live and we're not. by the way. For those of you who were not here last week, if it seemed like last weekend ended weird, it did because DJ hit the button and I was still talking and I didn't even know that we were done. So anyway, this time, DJ, you can let us out and let us go. And now I will be quiet.
Right on. Well, I was glad to see a bustling text chat out there. I hope that everybody comes back next week and every week after that. Saturday evenings, bookmark it for us, won't you please? Tonight we were joined by the Krabby Turtle, Sorry Fan 93. Chasing Ghost was out there, so was Garage Guy 879. Pat checking in from his bunker. Hillbilly Up got a show coming up after this one. Mike Ballinger is out there. So was Gunpowder Beauty, Gun Websites. Michael Dunn, Buck, the Tactical Foot. How you doing, man? Jay Grimm, Justin Grimm checking in from the state next to mine. Abigail Sorsha Finnegan was out there. So was Misty, Mrs. Wayne. G23, he came in the door last. So I think we're going to be the first ones to leave. Let's close down this party. Everybody come back again next week. Be safe. Have fun. Take care of your crew. And rock.